You need to be alone more. You can't be hanging with everybody. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. I get it. Being alone more sounds scary. Sounds really scary, right? It's like I'm alone with my thoughts. I'm alone in my own mind. Like, what are we doing? I'm just alone. But that's not really what's going on here, right? When you're alone, you get to the reality of what's going on, right? Just like this microphone that I'm holding right now. This is not the full body of this microphone. This is a fluff that's on top of it in case there's wind. But as you can tell, I'm indoors. Now, sometimes I keep it on because I forget to take it off. But if we're going to really get to the real bottom of things, it has to come off. A lot of times you guys are holding on to friends that need to come off. They got to come off, man. They got to come off. You got to get to the reality of who you are. Sometimes you're hanging on to baggage that needs to come off. Sometimes you're trying to hang around a lot of people that don't add any value to you. This doesn't add any value to me in this room because there's no wind and we're holding on to it. What does that do? It does nothing. Sometimes you got to put that down and you got to recognize when friends do nothing, when people may do nothing for you. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. Solitude is the key for you to live a peaceful life. It's the key for you to understand who you are deep inside. It's the key for you to be more aware and more in tune with who you are, your goals and your dreams. A lot of people don't want to practice solitude. A lot of people want to be friends with everybody. But I'm going to tell you a secret. The more friends that you have, the more people you have to answer to. And a lot of the times, they don't actually care about you because you have 100 friends instead of 1 or 2. You have to practice solitude because then you'll find out who your real friends are. They'll check on you during tough times. They'll check on you when times are hard. But the people who don't check on you, maybe they're not your friends. Being alone has helped me in my life. I don't depend on a lot of people. You know, I got 1 or 2 friends that are super close. I got a couple more that are super close. But who I depend on is me. I depend on myself to show up and put the work in every day because that's all I can do. Nobody else could put the work in for me. Only me. Nobody else could put the discipline in for me. Only me. Nobody else could go to the gym for me. Only me. And I'm not saying that you can't have friends, y'all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, when are you going to focus on you? You focus on everybody else. You focus on everybody else's problems. You focus on everybody else's issues. You focus on when the next party is. You focus on all your friends. But when are you going to focus on you? You want to be a purpose-driven man? In order to find your purpose and in order to be driven, you got to sit with yourself. You got to talk to yourself. You got to ask yourself, what am I here for? And how can I get better in what I'm doing? How can I get better in what I'm working towards? You get what I'm saying? The harsh truth is you are who you hang around. And you get to control who you hang around. Nobody's forcing you to hang around people. Nobody's forcing you to have friends. Nobody's forcing you. Like I said, sometimes it's just unnecessary. There's just no need for me to put on this wind stopper. There's no need for me to put on this wind stopper. If I put it on, it adds no value to what we're trying to accomplish here. When you have solitude, you start to recognize who has value in your life and who doesn't. Who brings value in your life and who doesn't. Who wants you to succeed and who doesn't. Who checks up on you and who doesn't. And all of these things are important. But you can only see it once you practice solitude. And if you don't have a lot of friends, that's okay. You're not supposed to have a whole bunch of friends anyways. It's okay if you don't got a ton of friends. But what's not okay is when you neglect yourself. Practice solitude more. Don't neglect yourself. Take care of yourself. And the whole point of this video is me telling you to put yourself first. The more you take care of yourself and the more you don't neglect who you are, the more you're able to pour time into who you are. The more you're able to take care of who you are. The more you're able to be disciplined. The more you're able to be consistent. The more you're able to be focused. These things matter. Not only do they matter, it's essential for you to become the man that you need to become. For you to become the winner that you are. For you to become purpose-driven. And for you to reach your goals. A lot of the times we need to sit with our thoughts. Understand who we are. And connect with God. Because a lot of times you can't hear God through the noise. You could only hear God in the silence. In the peace. That's when he starts to talk to you. But if your life is so noisy and messy and you got a lot going on and you don't practice solitude, it's harder to hear his voice, isn't it? It's significantly harder. And I don't want it to be hard for you guys to talk to God. I want that to be something that's easy for you. right? But a lot of people who don't practice solitude, they don't really talk to God that much because they're talking to their friends. They're talking to other people and they're not talking to themselves and they're not talking to God. You have to make time for that. Trust me, once you make time for that, you will live a better quality of life. If your friends called you right now, are you going to the party or are you not? Can you focus on who you are? Can you focus on your goals? Can you focus on your purpose? Can you learn to say no? Or are you a slave to other people? Why should you practice solitude? Because I don't want you to be a slave to other people. I want you to be free. I want you to make decisions for yourself. You got to focus on that. That's so much better than just jumping when somebody says jump. Hey, Malik, you want to go to this party? Yeah, let's go. Knowing I got homework, knowing I got things to do. Why would I put myself last? Don't put yourself last. So trust me, I get it. I love hanging out with friends. I know how cool it is to have friends that you care about. But the truth is, it's your goals. It's your dreams. It's your desires. And nobody could do the work for you. You have to follow your dreams. You got to follow that every single day, man. And people can't do it for you, right? We have to do it for ourselves. And that means that we have to spend time with ourselves in the gym, at home, when we're brainstorming. You got to practice that solitude. You got to learn how to be alone because this journey can get lonely. You're not going to have friends all the time. You're not going to be around people all the time. It's going to be a lonely journey sometimes. You're going to have to learn how to be a lone wolf. And I promise you, you'll learn how to be a lone wolf once you learn the importance of what it means to be alone. It's not so bad because God is always with you. So you're never truly alone. The purpose-driven brother family is here. So you're never truly alone. It's all about understanding that you have to put the work in. You know, anything I want in this life, I got to go get. Nobody's going to get it for me because nobody cares about my dreams more than I care about my dreams, man. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody cares about my dreams more than I care about my dreams, bro. So if I wake up and I leave my dreams on the pillow, that's on me. So I can't do that. That's asinine, bro. That's crazy of me to do. Why would I do that? Why would I leave my dreams on the table? Why would I leave my dreams on the pillow? Nah, I'm going to pick up my dreams and I'm going to take them with me, bro. I'm going to pick my dreams up and I'm going to take them with me. Friends can't do the work for you. People start to take your kindness for weakness. They start to think that because you want to hang out with them, that they have one leg up over you, that they control you. And I don't want you guys to be controlled. They start to think that you need them. And you got to understand that you don't need anybody. You only need God. Now, we do need each other in this world to be nice to each other, to help each other, to put each other on game, to help elevate each other. Right? Purpose-driven brothers, man. What does that mean? That means that we're supposed to be helping each other elevate. But what you have to understand is nobody could do that for you. And what you also have to understand is that people sometimes start to act like they're better than you or that you need them in order to function. And that's not true. You can function solo. And as a man, it's important to build your kingdom and function solo. As a man, you should be able to function without anybody else. That doesn't mean you don't need anybody else. That doesn't mean you don't want anybody else in your life. But what it means is you should be okay by yourself. You should be okay if you have to put the work in. You should be okay. You should be able to pay your own rent. You should be able to pay your own bills. You should be able to order groceries and be okay. You should be financially stable. You should be mentally stable. You should be mentally okay. You shouldn't need to depend on anybody for your mental state. Yes, you could call on somebody, you could vent. Yes, you could call on your brother and he could help. But you as a man, you have to know how to deal with things. And that doesn't mean to go through it alone. Please seek help if you have to. But as a man, you should have things in your life and it's able to help you through those tough times. Going to the gym, journaling, walking in nature. These are tools that can help you as an individual that you can do on your own to help your mental health. And if it gets really bad, really dark, really scary, please go and seek help. But you have to try those individual things first. That's very important. Another thing is your physical health. Nobody could do the physical things for you. If you want to work out and you want to go to the gym, those are things that you have to do for you, for yourself. Nobody could go to the gym for you, right? Like we talked about. If you want a six-pack, like we talked about in one of my other videos, if you want a six-pack, you have to earn it. You have to go for it. You got to put the work in. Nobody's going to do it for us. So it's very important that you understand in this life, You have to be there for you, because when times get tough, when it's you against the world, when it's only you and God, who else is there for you? When it's you and your thoughts, when it's you and your dreams, there's nobody else dreaming with you. When you were born, unless you're a twin, even if you are a twin, one baby was born at a particular time. One baby was born first. And when you die, nobody else is in your grave with you. It's only you. Like I said, that doesn't mean we don't want to see people in our life. That doesn't mean that we don't need people in our life. It just means that in order for you to function, you should be functioning okay. Alone. That's the importance of practicing solitude. That's the importance of taking walks alone. That's the importance of just playing video games by yourself. You need time by yourself. You have to learn to love your own company. You can't only feel comfortable around other people. You have to learn to be okay by yourself. Because there will be moments in your life where you will be by yourself. So make it a habit to spend time by yourself. You don't got to be all day, but make it a habit to spend some time by yourself. Learn what it means to be a man. Learn what it means to build. And again, being by yourself doesn't mean you don't have friends, or you don't need friends, or you don't need anybody. That's not what it means. Practicing solitude means that if you were to lose everything today, you are still strong enough to stand. And that's all I want you guys to do. I want you to be strong enough to stand. There were times in my life where I didn't know if I was going to be able to stand. And that's because I wasn't comfortable being alone. I had to grow into that. I had to learn to be comfortable being alone. You know, even now I got a girl, but I need that separation, because I'm still Malik David Lewis. I'm still me. I gotta be me. I can't be with my girl 24/7 all day, every day. Some days it might be like that. As we grow deeper, you know what I'm saying, in our relationship, right? But most days, I gotta put in the work. I gotta talk on this camera. I gotta edit that video. I gotta go to class. You know, I got my own schedule. I got my own life. But I share my life with her. I don't share my whole life, because there's certain things that only I gotta do. See what I'm saying? There's things that I gotta do, and there's things that she gotta do. But if I didn't practice solitude, if I didn't practice being alone, what type of man would I be? Would I be disciplined? Would I be on my purpose? You answer that. So all I want you guys to do is have the ability to be alone. And in order to have the ability to be alone, you have to practice that. You got to practice solitude. Sometimes if it's the weekend, just say, you know what, I don't feel like going out. I just want to spend some time by myself. I want to learn what I like, what I dislike. Some of y'all don't know. Some of y'all don't even know what you like or what you dislike. Right? Learn more about who you are. Only you could do the work for you. Book a one-on-one consultation for a purpose-driven man. Let's talk. Let's get in contact. So you can email me there and follow me on Instagram at MALIQUEDLIS. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.